Ladies and gentlemen of the YouTube lands, we are back with another episode of our Tutorial to 02 series. And in this episode, I want to try to go as quickly as I can through every single unit that you can either core or you can save. Now, I'm going to base this off of early game, whether, you may not need them early on, or you might not level them early on, or if they are relatively rare, or they're rare on my main account, that I would keep them and at least save them for the future, because, who knows when you'll get another dupe. So I'm going to roll through every class, and I'm going to just say save or core. If it's saved, then, you want to hold on to that unit because whether it's rare or because they are actually a good unit. If I say core, then feel free to just get rid of them. And then, maybe down the road, then you can pick them up and say, okay, now they are good. But this is going to be specifically for early game, just so you can get cores to level up and dummy link your first team and your second team. And these are all going to be my own opinions. If you disagree, more power to you. This is just my own opinion. So without further ado, let's go ahead and hop right into it. I'm just going to use the mouse cursor. I'm not going to say any names. We're just going to go save core, save core, save core, and we'll go from there. So early in the game, I would go core, save. Then I would go core. I think this is a chapter reward, so you got to farm like a specific chapter to get her. So you can save or core her. That's up to you. I probably would save just to be on the safe side if it takes forever to get her again. So I would save, but if you core her, I wouldn't be mad at that. Core, save, core. She's common, so I would core her early on. Core this, save, core, save, core. I think this is from a boss battle, so I would save that. Core, save. I think this was a login reward, so I'd save that. Spitfire, I would core. Contender, I would save. Going on to our submachine guns. Save, core. She is actually kind of good early on, so if you decide not to use Scorpion or Sten, then she's a budget UMP 45. So I would either use Ingram or I would get rid of her if I'm not going to use her, and I would get the cores from that. This is a chapter boss, so you can definitely keep her. Save Vector, core. Again with PPS, same thing with Ingram. You could use her. If you're not going to use her, get rid of her. Then with PP90, get rid of. I would core her, core. MP5, you get so many of her, and invulnerability I value highly personally, so I would save and I would use her personally. Scorpion, you get a lot of dupes of, so you can use her. Sten, you can get a lot of dupes of, you can use her. If you're not using either one of the three that I just mentioned, feel free to core them. M38, core. UMP9, UMP 45, G36C, and Suomi, I would save all of them. I would actually dupe every G36C that I get, at least up to 2, maybe 3. But for all the SMG rolls that I've done, I've only gotten 1 G36C. For UMP 45, I have 2 that one is level 100, one is like 94. She does get mod later, so I would definitely use and keep her. Z62, I would keep because I think she was from Cube. Type 79, I feel like she has a stun grenade, kind of like the same with UMP9. If you want to keep her, you can, but hey, that's up to you. Early on, I would core her, but that's just early on. Evo 3, login reward, so you can't really do anything with that. Shrimp, definitely keep. PP1901, getting rid of her. Row, you get her through, I think, chapter 6, so Row is a definite keep. MT9, I've gotten her, I think I got her from Arctic Warfare as well, so I don't think you can get her right now. So with Shipka, I would, oh yeah, getting rid of her, definitely. SCW, I believe, is a chapter reward, so I would keep that. Let's go to rifles next. M1 Garand, you get a lot of, so early on I would get rid of. M1A1, I think, is a reward boss. keep that. Springfield, you get her relatively common. She's, you know, Violet Evergarden, you see her everywhere. So I would get rid of her early on. M14, I would keep, potentially level early on, just because you get free dupes of her, so you can get her to X5, I think, for free. M21, I think she's either she's either from Cube or a chapter boss, so I would keep her. Moza Nagant, it's kind of the same thing with Springfield. I would get rid of her early on. Core, SVD. SVD, I would definitely 100% keep. SV98, getting rid of. Car 98K, getting rid of. G43, getting rid of. Watch On, keep. Lee Enfield, save. Core, save NTW20. Core. PSG, I think, is either from Cube or Login. No, she has to be from Cube, I think. Yeah, she's from Cube, so we don't really bother with her. I think Super Sass is a login. Keep M99. Get rid of OTS 44 if she's summonable. No, she's from AW. Okay. G28. That's kind of on the fence. I guess she's not pullable. Okay, so never mind. I don't have to worry about her. SSG 69. I would get rid of, but I think she's a login reward. IWS 100% keep. Very good. I would dupe her. I'd get at least, you know, hey, if you get 2 dupes, definitely do that. I would keep both dupes. I wouldn't keep more than 2, but that's just me. Type 81R, I think, is a login from March. T5K, I would core. JSO5, I think, was a event reward, so y'all don't have to worry about that. Strawberry, Grape, and M200, I would dupe all of them. I would at least have like 2 to 3 of Grape, 2 to 3 of M200. Strawberry, maybe 2. Going on to ARs. Before we continue, I do want to say, don't forget, please, this is all my opinion, and this is going to be based off of early game leveling. So if you're, you know, your units are 15, 30, 45, under 70, I would even say if your first team isn't level 90 X5, I would probably still hold true to most of these. Maybe some I would change, maybe the 5 stars I would change, but for the most part, everything else I would kind of stay true to what I've said. When it comes to the ARs, please, you know, this entire video is all my opinion, so please don't forget this. ARs, keep. These 4 girls we never get again, so please keep them. I would core AK-47, core AS Val, core, keep, core. The only reason why I've kept her on my alt account is because I've gotten so many dupes of her that I can get her to X4 for free. So I am personally keeping her on that alt account, but that's just like dumb, insane luck. But typically I would core 56-1, core, keep FNC because she's very good early on. We get dupes of her and she's 3-star, low rarity, but still great output for your first team. I would get rid of Galil. Tar, she's kind of on the fence. You could, in theory, keep her, but getting rid of her also would not be a bad thing either. Og, you would keep, but I think she was an event reward. Get rid of. OTS, she's kind of like FNC, like low-key. I have an OTS X3, all for free, so I'm good there. But if you're not using her, definitely get rid of her. FAL, keep. Core, I think CZ is a chapter boss. 9891 is known as the Princess of Night Battles. And I actually did a comparison of 9891 to the Queen of Night Battles, OTS 14. When 9891 has her special equipment, even if both characters are oathed, 9891 will do more damage. So do with that information what you will. But, I mean, early on in the game, you're not really going to do a bunch of night battles, but having her still is going to be good in case you never get her again. But I've gotten her a few times on my main account, and I just pulled her on my alt. So I would go with that information what you will. That's kind of up for debate. Groza, if you farm for her, definitely keep Groza. ARX, I think, was from Cube or a chapter. G11, Type 95, Type 97, I would keep all 3 of these. I would actually dupe G11. I would get rid of AR70. I think she looks pretty, so I would keep her, but I mean, you could get rid of her if you wanted to. I think she might have been a reward. Yeah, login, so don't have to worry about her. 6P62 I think was cube. Ash's cube. Ribby, I would dupe like 2 of them. I'd get 2 of them. RFB, I would dupe for sure, and I would keep, but I don't have her, so rip. ART, I think, is an event. T91, she's kind of meh, but I would probably get rid of her early on. I think she's a nighttime AR, just based off of this ability right here. And then Zaz, I would get 3 dupes of her. I personally would get 3 dupes of her. I would not core her early on. I would definitely save Zaz early on. Going on to machine guns. Now, machine guns, very early on into the game, you will never use just because they eat up so much ammunition. For the most part, I'm probably going to say get rid of a lot of these, but later down the road, some of these will be really good for you. So, I personally, like I said, personally, this is, you know, disclaimer. Core, chapter boss, so I would keep core. RPD, I think, is a login, so you don't have to worry about her. PK, I would actually keep. I would core. Bren is core. MG5 is keep. Core, keep. I'm not gonna lie, her, like, she kind of looks cool to me, so I would keep her, but to be unbiased, I would core her. Dang, MG4 I think looks really cool too, but being unbiased, I would core her. AK looks really freaking cool, but I would core her. PKP I'm keeping. Amelie, I would core and then type 80. I would have to keep. I would keep type 80. I will say this: getting 5 stars and 4 stars on machine gun rolls are really good. I would keep them, but you shouldn't even be doing machine gun rolls early on in the game. This is just like that one odd chance, like, yo, if you get them, at least early on, just know that you won't ever use them. So if you are fighting for space, you could core them, but 5-star, 4 stars of machine guns, almost always keep. But like I said, it's so like up in the air, it's really hard to like tell, being generic about it. Shotguns, when it comes to shotguns, you can't even pull them right now, so you don't even worry about them. If you do pull shotguns, keep 1 of each. That's what I've done on my main account, just so that at least I can play around with them, I can use them. I actually have all of them leveled up to 90, except for the 3 new ones in Spaz, A12 and M1014. And of course Sat 8, I don't have her. But I would keep 1 of every shotgun and then call it from there. I know one thing that, you know, could be a huge kind of worry, or it could really stack up on you very quickly, is, yo, should I keep this character, or are they going to be good, or will I use them, or any of these questions. And typically, like I said, this video is something that is early game. You know, for instance, SAA, I said I would get rid of her early game, but actually in the mid and late game, I have like 3 dupes of her on my main account. So that just kind of shows you like that early game core spending is very important, and I am not afraid to get rid of these units so I can make sure that I am not in core hell and I am not hurting for cores for my main and first team. This is gonna conclude this video. I hope this was helpful. Also, we have special dolls, but those are like collab dolls, so I didn't go over those because y'all are late to the party. But like I said, I hope this video was helpful to you in determining whether you should keep units or whether you should save them. Like I said, everything is up for debate. It's all everybody's own opinion. These are my own opinions about these dolls in the early game. I cannot stress that enough. When you need cores and it's very hard to get them, this is my opinion for the early game usage of these T-dolls to get cores or save the actual T-doll. That's all for this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already, please hit me up with that follow on twitch.tv/Tuglow. I'm streaming like 5 days a week, but it's at like low-key late times at night into the early morning. But still, hit me up on twitch.tv/Tuglow. If you got Amazon Prime, hit me up with that Twitch Prime as well. I would appreciate it. Either which way, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next episode of our Tutorial to 02 series. Peace.